it on here as well. It's been a while since I've had one of these calls. Okay. Oh, okay. Um, what is, why is that? Okay. Can you see Amador High School? Okay. Cool. So I'm just going to do one example, but I'll walk you through. This is my CRM sheet. So this is basically where I have the high school names. These are, in yellow, the signed sponsors. Um, Engaged primary sponsors. These are people that have responded to me. You can see that over here they're marked as engaged, so they've responded to my emails or my calls. But yeah, yes, yep, it should be recording. Um, but you won't have to. I'm just walking you through this. You won't actually be dealing with these people. This is just so you're familiar. So below the line, these are call-worthy prospects. These are people that I'm following up with. You won't need to. The only people that you need to follow up with are the people that are below this line. Um, actually, so this is going to be. So I've made a few changes recently. Follow ups, three. Okay. So these people. And what I want you to, so there's this, these people are GMAS follow-ups. You can see here. So that's key. And the people we scroll down, 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 and these people are going to be manual follow-ups. One. Okay. So don't worry, I'll work you through it. So essentially, if we go all the way to the top, these people here are the people that I have been reaching out to for the longest. So, like when you were working for me, you were doing the research, right? You were finding the company, you were finding an email and the name. So these are people that I first reached out to, and you can tell because I've sent them follow up six. So you can see the last activity I had for them was follow up six, and I sent that on the 10th, right? So you can see that these people here, follow up six, they are all in the same group. Does that make sense? They're all at the same stage. Like they were people that I probably all prospected together, and then I sent them the proposal, and then I sent them follow up one, follow up two, follow up three. So they're all at the same stage. And then you can see I came back next week, and here are the next group, follow up five. So I go, this is a bit of a bigger group, and they're all at the same stage. You can see that, right? Is that making sense so far? How companies are, how businesses are grouped, right? Um, actually, I guess this will be down here now. Then we've got follow up three here, and then below this line is the manual follow ups, and these are follow up two. So that's group, and then here are people that I haven't reached out to yet. So all you need to worry about are the people that I have emailed, right? So they're going to have a date, but who haven't responded to me, so they're in a group. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah. So when you first find them, let's just assume that I called all of these people today. When I call them, I'm going to send them proposals, right? So today's the. So when you come into the sheet next week, you're going to see this proposal. So you don't need to send the proposal. That's the first outreach. I'll send the proposal. That means I've called the business, I've got their email, I've sent them the email. You're going to come in and you're going to see that, and then you would go through and you would send the follow up ones. So after the correct, correct, yeah, the follow ups. So, um, so that's that. I want to show you exactly um, how to follow up with these different groups, there's only one more thing that I need to know. So a follow up is a generic email where, hey, just wanted to check in. Did you see my proposal? It sounds like you do that for work, so you might be familiar with that. Every follow up is slightly different. Follow up two focuses on something. Follow up three focuses on something different. So I'm trying to give them new information every time. The the only other thing that interrupts a follow up is a sale update. So a sale update is when you can see someone signed up, Thompson's family of dealerships. They signed up and they became a sponsor. So that is sale update one. So that means that when these guys signed up, I pushed pause on my normal follow ups and I sent them a sale update. Yeah. So a sale update is I'm letting prospects know, hey, another business in your area has signed up. Do you want to join as well? So it interrupts the normal follow up flow. So yes, yeah. So you can see these people here. They've received follow up six, but they've also received sale updates one, two, and three. Does that make sense? Yeah. So so for example, these people here. mm, Um, so a generic follow up template. Let me just show you some. Actually, this might be helpful. So okay, so let's actually go to Amador High School, and follow up two is something like this. Like, hey, a quick nudge. Like, we've still got space. Here's a photo. Do you want to be involved? Right? It's a bit generic. Um, payment plans. If it's helpful, we can spread out the payment. A sale update. If we go down here, you can see sponsor update. You can see it's focused on the new business that signed up. So we can see here Campbell Construction and Stacy with EXPT Realty. They're other local businesses, and they have now signed up for this project. So that interrupts the flow. Oh no, you can here come. Okay, that's fine. Here you can meet Frey.
Hello.
Okay, hi.
Hi, Bo. Good to see ya.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on newlywed. Oh, thank you. Say bye.
Oh, I'm glad that happened. So yeah, that are you starting to see, I guess, the difference between a generic follow up and maybe a sponsor update? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So no, you will do that. So what you can do. So basically, you just need to alternate it. So for example, um, only three businesses have signed up for this project. Okay. Or I've only made. You can see I've only made three sales updates. So these two businesses, they both have three. They both had the third sales update email. Okay. So there's not a four. Of course. That's the email I showed you. Um so for example, this company, Jackson Dental, they actually just signed up. So they're a new sponsor. So now that they've signed up, I will drag them up here. I will make them yellow, and they are now the sponsor update. I'm going to type an email up today, and I'll say, okay, hey everyone, here's a fourth sales update. Just want to let you know that Jackson Creek Dental Group has signed up for the project. Does that make sense? So this is the sale updates are just as they happen. Does that make sense? Um, so like as more and more people sign up, a sales update just interrupts the normal flow. That's all you need to think about. So it's essentially like if I'm just sending my generic emails, there's nothing out of the ordinary. But someone just signed up. There's a sale update that interrupts the flow, and I send the sale. I send the sale update. So but you can see, for example, here if I scroll down to the bottom, you can see here these people haven't received any sales update. And the reason for that is I've only just reached out to them. I've only just reached out to them, but prior to me reaching out to them, these companies signed up, right? Yeah, it's correct. So you've got options. So for these people here, they've already received all of the sale updates that I have. I have no more sale updates for them. So that means that next time I'm going to send them follow up 7. But these people here, you can see that they've also received follow up 6, but they've only received the sale update 2. So there's still another sale update that I can give them. So you'd have the choice, and you could say, okay, I'm going to group it this way. This week, I'm going to send these people sale update. Follow up number 7, and so all of them would be number 7, and the sale update stays the same. And this week, these people are going to get sale update 3. So they'll stay at follow up 6, but they will then receive sale update 3. Does that make sense? Okay. It might take a bit of time to figure out, and that's totally fine. But that's why I think what we'll do is we'll just roll out one project at a time. And so you can just start with one project. If you have questions, you can ask until you get confident, and then we can slowly add some. So let me show you practically how to send the updates. Okay. So when you go to send a manual follow up, let me actually find who did I reach out to yesterday. Okay, Culpeper. So here's what I'm going to do today. So you can see this is you. So you come on to Culpeper. You see that I've sent a proposal to these people. What you're going to do is this. You're going to so for everyone for follow up 1 and follow up 2, they have to be manually sent. So not using any email service. And this is in the notes I sent you. So what you'd do is you'd copy the email. You'd go across to Gmail and you'd paste it in, right? And so you find the email thread, February 9th, that was sent 2 days ago. So it's loading. What you're going to do now is you're going to hit reply here. Now I want you to, for the first and the second follow up, I want you to edit the subject line. So what you do here is you click here, edit subject line, and then you delete the old subject line. Okay, and now we go here and we go to templates. So this is where all the templates are stored for you. And you'll hit there, you go to Culpeper, that's the school that we're working. Scroll down and find number 1. There's no merge fields here, so you just enter it You can see it's all ready to go, and then you're going to hit send. Now what you'd do is you'd go back to the CRM sheet, and you'd go where you can just type 1. That's done. You'd update the date, and you'd do the next one. And so you'll get really quick at that. And you'd go through all the way until all of these are follow-up number 1. Does that make sense? Okay. And so let's say that these were number 1 as well. You'd do the same for a number follow-up number, sending follow-up number 2. You do exactly the same thing where you'd go on, you'd find the last email that you sent, which would be follow-up 1. You'd hit reply, you'd edit the subject line, and you'd put in the template number 2. Yeah. So you shouldn't have. If you have any questions, let me know. But you don't have to worry about the templates. I'm going to prepare all of the templates so that they're ready to go. I'll try and make them really easy to, um, easily labeled, and should be straightforward to understand. So that's how you do the manual follow-ups, which are follow-up 1 and follow-up 2. Now, when you're sending, could be below that line. So now, let's say you've sent follow-up number 2. What you need to do is you're going to learn how to use GMass. Are you familiar with GMass at all? Essentially, it's a software that helps us send mass emails, but it sends them at a natural cadence. So I'm gonna send emails to all of these people, but GMass isn't going to send them all at once. It's going to space them out to make them look like they're being sent naturally. So instead of sending 50 emails in 1 minute, which the internet's going to say, hang on, this doesn't look real. It's going to space them out and send 100 emails over 3-4 hours. So what you have to do is, again, you've got to find the group. So the group is everyone who's received follow-up 2. And you're going to go through here onto the drive, find projects. Oh, actually, sorry. I've got two I've got 2 email accounts. So you're going to go through, find projects. Amador is the high school that we're working. Okay, now these little green, these are Google Docs or Google Sheets. So you can see the date here is when they were last sent. So the 6th was a while ago, so I can use one of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to paste in my recipients, and I'm going to update this. Now, so this is telling me what the follow-up is that I'm sending, right? So we know that the date is it's February the 11th. But now we're going to go through, and what are we sending them? You can see that we have an option. So we can either send them follow-up 3, right? Or, because if we go to the top, they can also get a sale update, which they haven't received. So we could, in theory, leave them at follow-up 2 and just send a sale update number 1. Do you see how you kind of have the choice? Yeah. But you'd never skip follow-up. So you wouldn't skip and go to follow-up 3 straight away. They'd always get follow-up 1, sale update 1, sale update 2, sale update 3. There's no skip. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Um, is that you keep on mentioning industry? You shouldn't have to worry about industry. Company, yeah, yeah, correct, yeah. So, but let's just keep things simple. I like to keep things organized, so I wouldn't want to give these people sale update 1 if the people above them haven't received sale update 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's just say that we're going to give these people sale update 3. So I'm going to go across here to my drive, oh, and we're going to go follow up number 3 at Amador High School, and today is the 11th, right? Now we don't need to download it or anything. We just exit out of it. Now we go through to Gmail, right? And there's a button here. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but once you get this, it's gonna be so easy. So you go here, and it says connect to an email list in Google Sheet. So we click that and wait for it to load. And now you can see the most recent sheet that we updated was the one that we just did. So we're going to click that, and we're going to say connect to spreadsheet. Okay, so you can see here all 19 recipients are there. What we're going to do is we're going to go again to templates, Amador High School, and it's follow-up number 3. And all you would do is you'd just insert it. Now, just ignore this because I have to update the templates because I'm moving to a new server. So there's like a small you won't have to do this. They'll be ready for you. And there it is. So that's the email. Actually, I'm just gonna so GMAS settings. I just want to check, and we'll talk about spacing next because I don't want to overwhelm you. But we're gonna want to space them sometimes, especially if you're working and sending emails out to 4 different high schools. We don't want to start them all right now. Otherwise, my email will be sending hundreds of emails at once. But for now, we can just send. Correct, yeah. Correct. And I know that you do this as well. So if you have any advice, if there's anything that you observe, I'm still learning as well. So you're an expert. I'd love to learn from you as well. Now down here you can see the speed, and it says that it's going to space emails between every 1 to 5 minutes. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll select that down here. And sorry that this thing record thing is in the way. But behind here, if I hover, um, yeah, so you've got to hit not the normal email send. There's a big button that says GMAS. Yes, you've got to push the red button. If you push the blue one, it's not going to work. So click that. It says please wait for GMAS, and we'll just wait to confirm. Sometimes I've missed one. Okay, don't worry. Again, you won't have to worry about that because um, sorry, it froze a little bit. But let's just assume I'd done that correctly. That would have sent, and you'd go through here, and then you would just update all of these. So, and you just go boom. And now when I come back in, I can see that you've sent the follow-ups. So, hmm hmm yeah, there's no hard rule. You can just alternate. So I like to make sure that they're getting a mixture. So you could come through next week, and you could be like, man, look at all of these people. I'm going to save myself some time. None of them have received sale update 1. And even though these people are 5 and these people are 3, even though they're at different stages, none of them have received the first update. Yeah. So in that sense, they're all in the same group. So I'm going to copy all of them, even 3 and 5 together. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to paste them again. I'm going to go and I'm going to make one of these. I'm going to update it so it says, you can see down here, update 1 or update 2 or update 3. I'll change the date. Um, and then all of these people, I will update here. Number 1, yeah, and then of course I'll always change the date. So you let me know the date that you sent them. Yeah. How does that make sense? Hmm. Correct. Correct. Yeah. Correct. So the only so for the manual follow ups, that is when you need to send them. I like to have my first follow up 48 hours after I send my proposal, right? And then you'll see for follow up number 2, I also like to keep that closer. So that's within another kind of 2 to 5 business days, I think. After that, it's just one email a week to everyone else. So never more than one. Correct. Just one. So the only thing that I'd focus on is, let's say last week I sent, um, let's say last week you were sending emails to Amador High School and you were sending them on Tuesday. Maybe next week you try send them on Wednesday, and maybe the week after that you try send them all on Thursday. So it doesn't. I just want to make sure that they've been sent on different days, just in case, sometimes business owners, they have Tuesdays off, or on Tuesdays maybe they look after the kids. So the idea is I want to make sure that I'm sending it to them at different times, just to give myself the best chance of contacting them. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. Correct. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Right. I think so. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll work it out together. And like I said, we'll just start with one project, so you can ask questions. You can tell me what you did. Um, the main thing is that I should come in here every week, and all of this should essentially be green, if that makes sense. Showing me that everyone here. Now the reason you can't, I don't want you going through, and I don't want you taking these guys and scheduling them an email today for next week is because they might respond between now and next week. And so I'm going to be monitoring my inbox, and let's say that Melina here responds to me, or she gives me a phone call, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick her up and I'm going to take her out of here, and she's now engaged, and she's a hot lead, so she's no longer your issue. Does that make sense? But it's gonna if you schedule it ahead of time, and I've spoken with her, and then she receives another email and she says, "How come you're following up with me again? I already contacted you." So that's why you can't work too far ahead. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Well, I guess that's I know we're taking a bit of time here, so if you're happy, we can stop there. Um, unless you have any other pressing questions right now. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Good, good. Maybe we do you. I guess do you plan on working at night, like around this time, or do you plan on when do you think you want to work this job, or will it change? Okay, okay. That, that- yeah, that's fine. The only reason I ask it because again, I want this to be something that's valuable to you, and so it's the type of work that I want it to bring supplementary income to you, and I also want it to be flexible. Um, the only reason I asked was if I knew what time you were planning on maybe doing this next week, for example, I could make sure that I'm available. So if you have a question, I can answer it right then. Um, yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let me do this. I'm gonna send an email to you some point later this week. And I will let you know. I'll give you all the links and the logins that you need for the first project, and I'll just tell you, hey, we'll just start with one project. Uh, I guess actually we didn't talk about that. I put this on the sheet. I think once you get going, I think it'll only take you between 15 to 25, maybe 30 minutes to do one school. It won't take very long, but I want to I want to reward you for, I guess, your time. So I'm just going to pay a flat rate. So we'll keep our same hourly rate as last time, but it'll be a flat rate. So for you, if you'll get an hour's pay, but if you're able to do everything in 30 minutes, you still get the hour pay, if that makes sense, as long as things are accurate. Yeah. So that way it takes the pressure off you. It makes it simpler on my end. So we'll just pay a flat rate, and as you get faster, it'll work out to be a really good deal for you. Uh, The only other thing is just for email logins, because you have a personal email now. Um, you will need to use a VPN. Are you familiar with those? Yeah, just because I'm based in the States, and if someone's constantly trying to log into my email from the Philippines, then we'll constantly be logging. It'll be logging us out. So I'll make sure to yeah. So if you do that, then we shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, that's I know we're running over time here, but that's pretty much everything I had. So I'll stop recording.